Hi, my name is Lauren Donsbaugh, and today I'm going to be talking about state aid for the Temporary Assistance of Needy Families program and other state aid programs like SNAPs and food stamps. So according to the judicialwatch.org, the United States spends $3.6 billion annually just to distribute the food stamps program, which is SNAPs. So although most of the SNAPs food stamp program helps the elderly, the disabled who can't work, and children, there are some people who abuse the money that they're given by the government by buying and using illegal drugs. So we pay so much in taxes each year to the SNAP program, but the people using it aren't required to take drug tests. I've seen a large number of people that come in and use their food stamps program or their food stamps card because I work in a grocery store, so I've seen how many people actually have one of those. And I have done research over this topic for previous classes over the years, so I know like a good amount about the food stamps program. So the US dedicates so much money each year to the SNAPs program. While most money does go to good use, some of the money is wasted by people who are abusing the system and using drugs while they're on it. So I propose that each state should have a mandatory drug test for people on SNAPs each year. But these drug tests, if you're caught, they're not going to lead to treatments. Like, that's going to be something separate. These are just people who are caught being on drugs, should not be allowed to use these SNAPs or the other temporary assistance for needy families programs. So substance abuse has been a problem in state aid for a very long time. Drug testing programs have been proposed by states going as far back as 1996 with the welfare law. So according to Rochelle Finzel, a group director at the National Conference of Legislatures, in 2009, nearly 20 states had proposed mandatory drug testing for people on public assistance programs. In 2010, 12 more had proposed similar ideas, but none of the proposals were passed. This was because a previous court case in Michigan in 2003, which was Marchwinsky versus Howard, it was ruled that drug testing every single applicant of a welfare program without reason was unconstitutional. So people thought because of this ruling that these proposals that the states were giving was not allowed. But it wasn't until 2011 that the proposals started to become more popular and they actually started to become passed. So by 2014, 9 states had some sort of law in place with drug testing or screening. However, there is no drug testing for state aid in Texas. According to TexasStandard.org, it says that there are 8,000 adults and 54,000 children in the Temporary Assistance of Needy Families program, just in Texas alone. And Senator Jane Nelson has filed a bill for the TANF applicants to undergo drug testing if they were suspected of doing drugs or have a history of drug use. So this isn't people who aren't suspected at all. This is just people who have a history or they've had some kind of suspicion that somebody is on drugs. But this bill still did not pass. So Texas still is left without any kind of drug testing or drug screening issue. So since the government puts so much of its taxpayer money and its own money into the SNAPs program, they shouldn't be fooled by people that are abusing the system. According to cbpp.org, 10% of our taxpayer money each year goes to social safety net programs in the U.S. Most Americans aren't even sure where their tax money goes. But A. Beisner says that in 2012, an average American who had an income of $50,000 a year paid $36 to the food stamps program alone and only $6 to all of those other safety net programs. So there's a very uneven distribution of the taxpayer money there. This is a very unequal division of where our money is going, and we don't have a say in where it goes either. So the other programs that the safety net has is earned income tax and child tax credit, supplemental security income for the elderly, and other programs to help children in need. There's already been a great deal of money spent on the TANF applicants' drug testing outside of Texas. So according to Covert in Israel of thinkprocess.org, there is a national drug use of 9.4%. And of the 7 different states have already conducted their drug testing, the rate of positive drug tests ranges from 0.002% to 8.3%. So there's a big big range of rates in the drug testing over those different states. And those 7 states have collectively spent about $1 million on testing to date. So although a consistent drug testing program could be costly in the beginning for most states, the benefits outweigh the cost of this testing in the long run. I believe that requiring testing to the TANF applicants will only help our government. I propose the solution to this problem would be to require drug tests annually to people signing up or that are already in the SNAPS program. I believe recurring drug tests will help people stay away from drugs. So people that are already on it might be scared of the consequences, or people who are thinking about it will think twice before they start, because many government officials say that people who can afford legal drugs can afford necessities to live, such as food, water, clothing, housing, utilities. So if they can afford illegal drugs, they can obviously afford these other things, and they should not be a part of the SNAPS program or any TANF program. So the 1997 welfare law already bars states from giving people convicted of possession, use, or distribution of drugs from any TANF assistance. So people found using drugs while they're on any kind of state aid should be given they should be barred from being able to be in any of these programs. Also, if there's consequences for such as getting their SNAPs taken away or getting no TANF program assistance at all, people would think twice about misusing the program. I believe that drug testing will save the government money in the future from people abusing the system. So also according to Cohort in Israel, of 91,243 people from 10 different states, 2,996 people were drug tested, and of those, 321 people were caught doing drugs. So that's already shown that money has been wasted by people who are taking advantage of the government. Those 321 people have been using our tax money for who knows how long while they're on drugs. If we can cut down on the number of people that abuse the TANF system, the money could be used in other issues that we're dealing with, the economy, like global warming, education, like other major things that are going on right now, not the food stamps. So in conclusion, there has been proof that there is money being wasted on people who can afford legal drugs, but not food. So drug screening and testing would help alleviate the money going to waste. Although it may sound like a long shot to drug test every person on SNAP or other TANF program, there is money that could go to other safety net programs that serve different causes. Food stamps and other TANF programs to help many people in need do help many people in need, but not everyone that signs up for these programs is truthful about their situation, and they misuse our tax money and the money of the government that could be going other different places. That's my view on drug testing for state aid. Thank you for listening.